Hello. Hope you're having a great day today. I'm having a fantastic day because I'm a teacher in the United States, in Texas specifically, and it's summer, so every day in summer is a great day. I'm casting on for my Stephen West Mystery Sock-Along. I've never done anything by Stephen West before. Oops. So I'm nervous, but I participate in the Down Cellar Studio Ravelry group, and the people there have been very encouraging. So I thought, what the heck, I'll just give it a go. I got tons of yarn, so might as well try it. Don't know about my colors. I've picked, I'm casting on right now. I think I'm casting on too tight because I can't cast on and talk at the same time. I picked this to be my contrast color. These are knit style yarns. This to be my main color. This is Amethyst and Emerald. In knit style yarns, the
20 stitches.
Oh.
20.
Sorry, listening to a podcast or the directions for the knit along. This is merino nylon socks, 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon. Here's the, I don't know if my pop color is gonna pop if you're doing the knit along, but I need to use some stash yarn, and I love green, and I really want to love purple. Really, green is my all-time favorite color. If everything I owned could be green, that would be perfect. Look like a granny sitting here in my reader glasses. But I can see the stitches better when I wear glasses. It makes me happy. And I'm feeling super intent on this knit along. I'm gonna try doing the size 2. So I have to cast on 72 stitches, and I feel like that's going to take forever. So I thought I'd record a little bit of this podcast. Well, what is this podcast, you might ask? I should probably introduce myself a little bit better. My name is Susie. I live, as I said, in Texas, with my husband of 25 years. We just celebrated our anniversary a couple weeks ago. Last week, I think. We have 3 kids. They're teenagers and adults, but they all live at home. And my father-in-law, who is 86 but thinks he's 40 sometimes, he lives with us also. We have a cat also. I am a middle school orchestra teacher, and in my spare time, when I'm not working, I am a crocheter, mostly, and a knitter, sometimes. And I read and sing, and I'm going to say half A garden. You know what the A stands for. And I thought, I love watching podcasts. And so I thought I'd try just to start one. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and recently, I'm in my 50s. I've been thinking about, I don't want to live a life with regrets. I don't want to look back and see what might have been and wish I had done. And podcasting is one of those. I think nobody wants to listen to my voice. Maybe I don't have anything original to say because I do love watching other people so much. But I just decided I'm going to be fearless, semi-fearless. I mean, I'm sitting in a chair knitting, so how fearless is that? But I'm going to go after this and give it my all and see what happens. course, I'm also thinking about starting some kind of blog or podcast for orchestra as well, because I'm a strings teacher. I teach violin, viola, cello, bass at a public middle school here in Texas. And I've been teaching, this is going to be year 30 for me. And while I sometimes feel kind of tired of it, I think it's more like laziness maybe, or selfishness. You know, I would just want to be sitting here doing this. And I can't do that. I got bills to pay. We have things we want to do, things we want to buy, and kids going to college. So, need to keep working. But I also have good things I think I can offer the orchestra teaching community. So, I'm thinking about trying that. And doing it at the same time, I don't know. It may be too much. Maybe I'll just flake out. But again, let's be fearless. Let's not have any regrets. I don't like looking at new teachers and thinking, oh, I could have showed them that. I could have told them how to tolerate that. And I have lasted in this profession a long time. So I have a voice. I have something to say. But that's not why we're here. We're here for yarn. So I am drinking my, this is a mushroom coffee that I saw recommended on, where did I see it? A podcast that I'll put up here somewhere, because I can't remember the name, but it's a 3 girls out in Austin. Anyway, they recommended this coffee. It's a mushroom coffee. It's a dark coffee, which I love dark coffee, and it's pretty good. I didn't know what I would think, but it's pretty good. I'm really spoiled. I usually drink this Jamaican coffee, and we special order it. I love it so much, but this is a close second. It's very chocolatey. I like it. I'm drinking in my travel mug, my favorite color. There's my Yoshi and yarn. I don't remember where I got these stickers, but a friend of mine, Nicole, recommended these, and of course I bought them because I do like, I'm not a gamer. I'm too old to be a gamer. I'm too slow to be a gamer. Not really too old, I'm too slow. But I have children, and games have been a big part in their life, and so I think they're funny. And I love Yoshi, probably because he's green. So let's sit down and chat a little. Okay, I just listened back to what I've done so far, and I'm so sorry for the clock sound, but I'm probably not going to be recording in here very often because my husband works in here. It's our bedroom. It's also his office, and I'm never alone. This week, you can hear my clock in the living room singing. I'm sure this clock is going to start singing in a minute. Every clock in our house makes noise, and we have a lot of them. I'm a musician. My husband's a musician, and we like noise, apparently. We'll go on. I'll pause it when the new one starts singing. Okay, anyway, so I won't be in here very often, so I apologize. I'm not tall enough to take the clock down, and I don't want to bug my son to come and do it because I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm podcasting, although he knows because I told him, but I don't know, I'm weird. Okay, so let's talk about finished objects. All right, my first finished object, I would like to show you. This is going to be a little knitting heavy, even though I am primarily a crocheter. Well, I'm a crafter. I like yarn, so I've been doing a lot of knitting also. But crocheting is my first love, just so you know, throwing that out there. Okay, so my stomach just growled. This is a Nedward. My notes are over here. I'm looking over here. This is Nedward of Nimblewood. It's a pattern by Sarah Shira of Imagined Landscape Design. He is adorable. I just made him, his nose looks off center on the camera, but in real life, you don't notice it. That's interesting. Anyway, I just made him because I bought, I think this was called the Nimblewood set off of Jimmy Bean's wool, maybe. Anyway, I bought that and I just wanted to make it. I got it. The only reason I got it, truthfully, is for the mushroom. And I haven't made the mushroom yet because I don't like red and I don't really have any red. But I'm wearing red now, but anyway. This is yarn from an estate sale. My friend, Rebecca, she is a fellow teacher, but she works at estate sales sometimes. And she called me, this was 2 years ago, I think, 2021. And called me and said, hey, I'm working this estate sale and there's a ton of yarn. Come and see. And I got so much yarn. This lady, poor lady that died, I guess she died, I don't know. Anyway, this lady who had all this yarn, she was a classy lady and she had a ton of really nice yarn. So I don't know what this brown is, but it's a lace weight or a fingering weight maybe, but I held it double. I think it's lace weight. It's cashmere and something. It is so soft. He's the softest gnome ever. And I was organized for this. Not very. I'll set him here. I made him, I used my Adornits. My clock started singing, so I turned it off. Can you see Edward here in my plant? Anyway, he was kept when I was making him and his brother gnome that I made in this Adornits bag. This is the gnome bag, a Splash Pad Party 2021. This was a sponsor item from Down Cellar Studio podcast, their Splash Pad Party that they have every summer, or she has, Jen has every summer. Anyway, so it was made, I don't know what this yarn is, but the green is Happy Forest, and this is how it came. It was just in a bag. All these little rolled up things, and I'm assuming it's a kit, but sorry for the crinkle. I don't know what it was. And then the beard, I really struggled with because I wanted to use this, but then I was kind of scared of the color, but it's perfect. But it's Strange Harvest is what that is. I'm sorry, my stomach is growling. This is not a good way to start. Anyway, so that is Edward of Nimblewood. And then I also made another gnome. This is my The More You Gnome Mystery Gnome Along. There he is. I think his name is Nifty. And I made him out of Leading Man Fiber Arts yarn. It was a kit. And it is Midas Touch is the gold, and Envy is the green, my favorite green, and Dames at Sea is the blue. When I made the hat, I didn't know what I was doing. I can't do mosaic knitting apparently correctly, and all of I showed this on Ravelry on the Down Cellar Studios, just showing it. Or maybe I showed it on the Imagine Landscapes thread. But I was saying how everything's crooked. Everything's crooked. And when I showed it, it was here. Like, these are supposed to be straight lines that go up the top. But you can see I wandered because I didn't know what I was doing. And they said, well, that's okay. It's the back. But it does it all the way around. Like, nothing's quite straight. But I don't rip out if I don't have to. And it's a gnome. He didn't care. Do you hear the bell? So Sarah says to put in a weight, like rice or beans or a washer or something. Anyway, to weigh down your gnome. And I had this little meditation chime ball. I think it was 2 balls, but I could only find one. And it's just sitting there, and I loved it. And it was sun and moon, and I like sun and moon. So I kept it, but then I noticed I kept it in the bathroom and it was starting to rust a little bit or not look as pretty. I don't know if it was rusting anyway, so I stuck them in here. So I think that's really funny. So Nifty has a little chime in his body. I may tack down the hat because it does some weird things, but I don't know. I did not like him at first. I didn't like my color choices. I'm not a fan of any kind of yellow. And so I questioned that. And then when I put them all together, you know, his nose was so big, and I thought, I don't know. It doesn't look like a nose. It looks like it's just a pumpkin on his face. But now I really like him. I've just grown to like him, and I think he's so funny. And I had a cute storyline I was going to do with him for the entry, you know, to try to win prizes. I didn't win. I didn't do a storyline either. But about his nose, and anyway, but I thought about it a lot. So anyway, I just like him. So this is Nifty. I'm gonna put him over here. Okay, my next work in progress I just finished yesterday. So Nifty, all these have been my summer knitting. Nedward, I started in April and I finished him June 24th. Nifty, I started June 1st. I finished June 22nd, in case you care. I'm a really slow knitter. I'm a pretty fast crocheter when I want to be, but slow knitter. My next thing is also knitting, sorry. It's the Muscle Blur hat. I want to say this is old Teague, but I'm not sure, but I think it is. I started this April 15th, and I just finished it yesterday, July 5th. So happy. It's for my brother. This was Barocco Socks, color 1453. And then it's a reversible hat. Wisdom Yarns Picks, color 104, Tiger Lily. I got these at the DFW Yarn Crawl, I think. I got them, and they're just like generic sock yarns. Not generic, but you know, not hand-dyed, I don't think. If I'm saying something wrong, I apologize. Anyway, so I bought these, and I didn't care for the feel of them. Like, I can't imagine wanting these on a sock. This is a reversible hat, so you knit it as like a tube, and then you punch one in at the other. I haven't blocked this yet. I'm hoping it blocks a little bit bigger. It's for my brother. He has a smaller head than I do, so probably it'll fit, but I'm not sure. I'm impatient, even though this is the Inquisitive Knitting Podcast. It should be the Inquisitive Crafter Podcast. It should be the Impatient Knitting Podcast, because I'm an impatient knitter. I'm more patient as a crocheter, but not as a knitter. Anyway, I think it's cute. I think it looks good. There's some flaws in it for sure. Maybe look better when it's blocked, but it's pretty nice. This side is longer. And this side, I was just so ready to be done with it, even though I had plenty of yarn. I think I did it a little too short, because you can see, I don't know what's going on there. You can see a little bit of the blue color, but I think it looks pretty good, and hopefully it'll fit him. I like the double layer. If I made it again, I would do it as a brim. I would have a brim, but golly, it's a lot of knitting. I just want to knit the next thing. I just want to do the next thing. Knitting, I get so frustrated, because crochet is so fast, I get so frustrated that knitting is slower. Which is a flaw on my end. Okay, that's my muscle burn. So I was excited I finished that yesterday, or I called it done. Okay, now for my whips, my works in progress. My first work in progress is crochet. I am working on the Annie Mono by Marley Bird. It is a sweater cardigan for my mom. Ooh, it's stuck. I got these little stitch markers, no, progress keepers from Adore Knits, I believe. Little dragon. But they stick on everything. I'm not done. It's a cow, a crochet along on the Marley Bird channel, Informal Cow, and you're supposed to like have sections done every week, and then they had a Facebook Live. I haven't been to any of the lives. I've just watched them after the fact, and I'm not anywhere caught up, but everybody should be done by now, and I'm not. This is what I've done so far. So I've started the, ooh, sorry, Edward. I started the sleeves. I had the hardest time making gauge on this. Actually, I never made gauge. I ended up doing this on a D hook. I think it calls for a F, and I went down to a D, and I still wasn't correct. My length was correct and my width was not. But I didn't want to go down any smaller. The fabric's pretty good. I don't know if it's gonna fit. I was making the size large because that's what my mom said that she wanted, but I think I'm kind of backing off to a medium. I've shortened the sleeves. I've only crocheted a couple of sweaters ever, so I'm not a garment maker. I would like to be, but I'm not. I should weave in my ends that make it easier. But she wanted 3/4 length sleeves, and she's really tiny, so I had to shorten the sleeves a lot from the pattern, and I hope I did that correctly. The yarn I'm using is Knit Picks Heatherly Sport in the color Atmosphere, and it's soft. I like it, but it feels dusty. And I bought it for this pattern. I just started this in June, so I don't know, but it has that like a dusty feel, and I know that because a lot of my yarn, I'm gonna show you some of my stash. It's horrible. A lot of my yarn just sits there. I hide that from you again. Just sits and gets kind of dusty, and I know I need to take better care of it. You can offer me suggestions, but I already know them. Anyway, so it just, I don't know, it has that dusty feel, so I don't know. I'm on ball 2, I've used 2, and they both kind of feel like that, but I think that's just the property of the yarn. My friend Rebecca always tests everything with her lips, so I do it too. I'm keeping this in a bag right now that my friend Vanessa got for me. All the feels, has different yarn balls. It's all like stained and stuff because I got it and I was so happy. It was a gift from Vanessa, and then my daughter promptly took it and stained it. My daughter is 16. She knows better. But anyway, so that's my one crochet project that I'm working on right now. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is my birthday socks. My birthday socks. I'm keeping my birthday socks in Donna's design bag. This was a kit, not a kit, but from being sold on with Knit Style yarns, I guess. I don't know how I got this. Anyway, it's a sponsor, Pro Shop sponsor pattern, I believe, for, or bag for Down Cellar Studio, and it came with this, or I bought it with this yarn. That's why I got it, because the yarn and the bag go together. I think they go together. Anyway, this yarn is Knit Style Yarns, Merino Nylon Sock, and Mysteries of the Sea, and I love ocean. So look at this. I love anything about the ocean. So beautiful. I got a swap at DFW Fiberfest last year, a stitch marker swap, and somebody gave me this seahorse, so I keep that on there. It keeps wanting to fall off, so I hope I have it for a long time. And then I think I got this stitch marker at the swap also, and I just put it on there because it's blue. So this is Rose League Rollers. I'm doing this on my 9-inch circulars. I started on my birthday, June 18th, and I'm just trucking along. They kind of hurt my hands a little bit, but so I don't work on them a whole lot. And I'm slow, but I've passed the heel and I'm on the foot. I have a cute Adore Knits wave stitch marker, Progress Keeper, right there, holding it. And I learned on this one, I found a video from Very Pink Knits about backwards knitting, and so I wanted to try that on the heel, and so I did an experiment. I wonder if I put my notes over here, if it wouldn't look so dumb. Me looking back and forth. Or maybe I'll just knock over the camera. Okay, I'll try that. I timed it to see which is faster for the heel flap, I guess. I did 2 practice knit rows first, backwards knit rows first, and then I did the third one. It took me 4 minutes and 25 seconds. It seems like forever to do a backwards knit row. When I purled it, which is the normal way, it took me 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So that shows you how slow of a knitter I am. I don't know that backwards knitting is the way to go, but I thought it was pretty interesting, and I might try it again. I mean, I did 3 rows. Am I calling myself a master on this? No. So that's my birthday socks, my Rose City rollers. I love this color so much. Trying to see if there's anything interesting I need to show you. I don't think so. Okay, my last work in progress is, no, okay, I have another work in progress. Oh, okay, so this is for sock week. So Nitty Natty of Love and Stitches has a sock week. That was supposed to be around Shark Week, and now because we don't know when Shark Week is, we just, I don't know, I'm always walking around the house going, Sock Week, Shark Week. I think it's funny. This is my bag from 2021, my Sock Week bag. Love this. And I've completed one sock already. The sock week doesn't start till next week, I think, July 9th. But I went ahead and did one sock because you only have to have one sock done. And this is yarn from the, excuse me, let me get a sip. Some super cold coffee now. This is from a pattern. Well, this is estate sale yarn from that same estate sale. The pattern is from the estate sale also. It's called the Fancy Feet Anklet Set. This is Knit Pick Stroll Fingering in the color grass. And this is the Sunday sock, which is the grass sock. And we just bought sock blockers. Let me see if I can put them on the sock blockers. I bought sock blockers from Happy Feet, which is a store. No, it's not called Happy Feet. I don't know what it's called, but I have not used them. I haven't blocked these socks. And they're in a neon green, so I don't know how this will show. There's my Down Silver Studio Mermazing stitch marker from last year's splash pad party. Look at it here. Okay, so this is the sock. I'm not sure I did it all correctly, but I think it looks pretty cool. I like working lace. I don't know how to fix lace is the problem. So when I make a mistake, I don't know how to fix it. It had a short row heel. I think this is a short row heel. That was with wrap and turns, which I did not know how to do correctly, and I realized I didn't do correctly. But I just watched a video by Earth Tones Girl on how to do it, and now I think I know how to do it for the next time. So we'll see, but it's got lots of bumps because I didn't pick up the wraps correctly. So it has a picot folded cuff, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I don't know, I just like making this. This took me, I wear a size 10 feet shoe, so this took me 10 repeats of the lace, I think. Maybe it was 9 repeats. Oh no, it's 9 or 10. And it fits pretty good. And this yarn is really comfortable. I don't know what's in this yarn. I swear it's cotton and not wool, but it can't be. But God, it's really good. This Knit Pick Stroll Fingering. So I like it, and I got a whole bunch of it. Like I got the whole Fancy Feet sock set is a sock for every day of the week, and I got yarn for every day of the week, and so I've made 2. I've made the I call it Drunken Mermaid. Well, I don't know what I made another color too last year for sock week. So, and then of course I'm doing the Stephen West Mystery Sock Along. That's my one. I hope I showed you already because I filmed it. I don't know, I may ditch it. Maybe not, because the clock is still ticking. And that was the issue, is the clock was ticking. Okay. So, my mystery sock along is in this bag. for Splash Pad Party again, down Solar Studio. Getting a phone call. This is a Door Knits bag, which I love. I'm using knit style yarns, merino sock, nylon sock, which is 75/20. How does that work? 75 super wash merino, 20% nylon. I feel like there's some math missing, but there it is. I don't know what I missed. Anyway, an amethyst and emerald. So my amethyst is being held in a sock week bag, and my emerald's being held in a sock week bag. My amethyst is here. So I'm really excited. I got some cutesy notions bag. I just saw this in the pouch, which I love, love, love. And it has some stitch markers. I got all this from Hypnotic Yarns. Their Yarnable subscription, which my husband subscribes to for me. So, very happy. All right, and that's what I've been working on.